Hi, I'm LaShawn and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to be inspired on a daily basis, then this is the perfect place for you. Start now by subscribing and clicking the bell. Hello, money makers. This is LaShawn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's time for us to make this money. Today we're going to be talking about monthly budgets and how is the best way for us to try to save money. The first thing we got to do is keep an eye on our spending, because knowing what and when you spend money on and what you save money on goes hand in hand with knowing that you can make a difference. You need to know what you are spending. Listen, we are all guilty of thinking a little treat here and a pair of shoes here and a new outfit here won't make a difference, but in fact it does. These small purchases will quickly add up. But when you set your monthly budget and when you are modest, when you set up your budget and you know exactly what you're spending money on, it will make a difference. So you have to keep a sharp eye on what you're spending money on. If you know you part with maybe, $50 a week just going to eat from restaurants, you have to factor that in with your budget and what you're spending. So streaming services, for example, how much you spend on Netflix and Hulu and your cable. So basically you have to break everything down. You cannot leave no stone unturned because you're trying to be financially secure. So when you create a concise overview of everything that's going on, everything that you're spending money on, everything that you're paying out, then your home finances will improve. Okay, now let's first start with our monthly budget. Your monthly budget should always allow for your essential expenses. So if you make $1,500 a month and your expenses total $1,100, that means you'll have $400 left to feasibly spend without going into debt. If you want to put $200 into savings, then you'll only have $200. So the smaller budget would work in this instance. But there are different budgeting techniques that you can try to get the healthy money habits that you need. The first one we're going to talk about is the 50-30-20 rule. This 50-30-20 rule was created by Elizabeth Warren, and this budgeting program breaks down your finance into needs, which are your bills and your rent. And then it breaks down your wants, which are things you do like movies and hobbies and shopping. And then it also breaks down your savings. And this is the 50-30-20 rule. That means that all of your needs should be, 50% of your overall income, which may mean cutting back on some groceries, your entire grocery spending, or maybe even finding a cheaper utility deal for your apartment or your house. Also, your wants should come in at about 30% of your income. And finally, your savings should take up about 20%. So having a set of goals is what's going to help you to save money. Having a set of goals like the ones we're talking about now will eventually give you the structure and reassurance you need for all of your money management goals. And it can be quite flexible. So that's what we're really trying to delve into. That's why the 50-30-20 rule is a good one, because 30% of your budget assigned to non-essential spending means you can easily just add another 10% to your savings allotment. Then the next one, I guess, would be the envelope method. I'll talk about that one too. This is a great method for people who like to be more hands-on with their money. The envelope method is for visual people. I would consider myself a visual person because I would need more hands-on. So the envelope method is a hands-on, and you will be able to actually handle your own money because it's a cash-based saving system. While that might be good for some, this wouldn't work for others because the temptation of the money would be too much. But if you got good restraint, the envelope method would work for you, because that might be a plus for anyone who hasn't quite adopted the cashless way of spending. But it does mean, however, that you will not enjoy the security of a debit or credit card. Okay, finally, you have to be money smart. Knowledge really is power when it comes to your household budget. You have to have a clear and, accurate overview of what you make. So, what you bringing into the house and what you spend, that's all your expenses now. And don't rule out any digital tools, because all these apps that they have now, it's really no excuse. So many things you can use. Some people use spreadsheets at the office. You can work from home. It's so many different ways for you to use these different apps to help you to save money. I'm not sure if you heard of Dropbox, but Dropbox allows you to store receipts. You can also store financial documents with Dropbox. You can do budgets with Dropbox. Okay, so basically this means that even if you're opting for a cash-based saving system, like the envelope method we talked about, you can still have a digital trail with the Dropbox app, because you'll have a digital trail of your expenses, and you'll also have a clear understanding of where every dollar of your money is going. So saving budget worksheets and financial documents with the Dropbox app will allow you to see them on multiple devices. So that might work if you're visual. And conveniently, you can share them with your family and others. So that's something to think about. So we're going to finish this up with saving on your budget, your different household budget. It's different several ways that we've been using. So basically, we're talking about when you go to the grocery store, you're going to try to save money by using cheaper brands. Now, that's easy for some if you're frugal or maybe a minimalist. You have to find the cheaper deals in order to save on your grocery bill. Part of name brands I consider a luxury. So the internet, for example, is a luxury. Do you have the internet? And can you live without the internet? Internet is one of the most highest expenses in your household. That's why a lot of people are using stream services. Like internet, for example, is really a vital part of the house. A lot of people watch the news and different programs. But are you paying for data allowance that you don't really need? Do you really need all of that in your cable? That's part of the want need situation. So you have to decide with that how much you're saving if you just use a stream service. And also the speed of the internet in your home matters. If you're working from home, if you're a freelancer, for example, or if you got kids and they're gamers, the speed of your internet matters. So that's is needed for some people to have a more expensive internet. So make sure you do your research to make sure that you're getting the best value for your money. That's just the best way to do it. So, okay, we're going to wrap this up. So basically, whether you're saving up for maybe a vacation, a car, maybe an emergency fund, or just want to save some money and keep your money for a rainy day, personal finance should always be top of mind when it comes to your household. Okay? So keep all that in mind with what we discussed today. You have to create a positive environment. You have to have creative ways to spend effectively. You have to have positive spending habits. And you also got to have a personal budget that works for you and your family. So life skills are important. And these basic tools that we talked about today are life skills that everybody should know. And life skills that you should teach your children at a young age, because 2022 is off the chain. Okay, so some of these budgeting tips that we talked about today can be incorporated in your everyday life so that your finances will be in better control. So you'll know your exact cash flow, which is also important. So you can deduct your total expenses from your paycheck. And you'll have a clear picture of what your disposable income that you'll have left. So be realistic about your saving expenses and keep a sharp eye on what you're spending. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is Money Minded Mama, and that is going to be a wrap for us today. Remember to save, put money away, and let's make this money. Okay, until next time. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a minute to leave a comment. I look forward to talking to you soon.